Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Mario Kart 64. Last time, we started to make our way through the extra mode here in Mario Kart 64, aka Mirror Mode, and we got ourselves our first gold trophy with Donkey Kong, one crash included. So, this cup, we got the Flower Cup to go through, and the first course is named after Toad. So, Toad gets to be our racer for today's video. Let's go ahead and jump into the Flower Cup here. Toad's Turnpike, Frappe Snowland, Choco Mountain, and Mario Raceway. Now, flipped on a mirror. This time around, the traffic was also adjusted here. So instead of running away from the opponents, I'm running into them, so that's great. I got a good boost in the beginning, only just to immediately burn out when you really think about it. That's fun. As I was saying, the traffic here, instead of going the same way you drive, they are driving the opposite directions. Now we have oncoming traffic to worry about, making this level even harder to race. In my opinion, the Mirror Mode version of Toad's Turnpike is probably the hardest course to make your way through in any of these Grand Prix Cups because of the traffic alone. We're going to see the AI even struggle a lot with this traffic. As you saw in the very first couple seconds, the AI was running into pretty much every single car. They struggle in this course pretty bad, but at this point, because they're not on screen anymore, they can just drive straight through all these vehicles. So they can catch up pretty easily if you're not careful here. So we're gonna have to keep the pace up, trying to stay as far ahead as possible in case we get comboed by a bunch of stuff like, you know, lightning, because that just seems to be the theme here for our Mirror Mode playthrough. Nothing but lightnings. Gonna throw the shell backwards at this point because I don't really need it in this stage. Not gonna help as much as just having speed items so I can get away from the traffic, or something like the Boo so I can drive straight through these cars. This is probably one of the best things to get right next to the star, so I can take it. And I actually have better odds of getting the Boo than a star in first place. There's no way I'm gonna be getting a star in first. Okay, I don't know whose green shell that was, but that's kind of scary. Speaking of green shells, I guess I get to have a green shell now. Thanks. I'm good, but thanks. Well, there's a mushroom, so I can use this for a good speed bump, but I don't know where to use it right now. There's just so much oncoming traffic to deal with. Well, especially right here. It's probably the best spot to use the mushroom. Got a banana. It's not really going to do too much right now, but I'll hold it. Maybe try to use it around here in the middle of the lane right next to the finish line. That's a good trap. Are we gonna lap a CPU at this rate? That is not a thing I've ever done in Mario Kart 64 before. That's gonna be a PC version exclusive if that ever happens. Now, as I have to reiterate once again here in this playthrough, I am playing a alpha version essentially here. Like, this is a very early version of the unofficial PC version of Mario Kart 64. So, things can change in the future, difficulty could be adjusted, more features can be added to this version of Mario Kart 64. So, as of right now, I am playing a pretty early version of the game, and there's going to be a lot of issues, bugs, and a lot of differences that could just completely be ironed out in the future. But as of right now, we are playing the same version we've been playing since the very start. So, everything I'm dealing with is pain! God, that's just all the trucks. Can they just stop coming into the same lane so I can move? I've been playing the same version, 0.9.9.1, since the very start of this playthrough of Mario Kart 64. I mean, the fact that you're watching this now at the time of this video being uploaded, I am playing this not too long after it released to the public. So, this is as close to a early version of a playthrough you'll get in terms of a release schedule that you're probably going to see from this channel in quite some time. And thank God we made it through that said race with barely any lightnings. I mean, we had a few, but not nearly as many as we experienced in the Mushroom Cup. So I'll take at least one calm race on lightning. We'll probably see more later, so just take that with a grain of salt for now. But we made it through our first race, got first place. On to the next one. Here we go, it's time for Frappe Snowland. If I can get the boost here, I won't run into a racer. So let's just get out of here before I have to deal with the CPUs. it does seem like some of them might have burned out because they took a while to start. Ooh, we got a mushroom. That's actually really good to have in first place right now. I can use this to take a shortcut, although there's a lot of out-of-bounds sections in this level that are very deceiving. So I'm just gonna use it here, I guess. Oh, actually, no, you can't use items when you're small, which, yeah, makes sense, but in later games, you can pull items when you're small and use them, so I keep on confusing mechanics from later Mario Kart games that exist in this one, which don't. So that happens a lot. Like, I think I'm dropping items when I get hit with the shock, but you still hold them. But at the same time, you can't use them when you're small. In later games, you just drop them outright, so you don't get to keep things like your banana peels that you're dragging behind you, for example. Now, there are subtle differences, but at the core, the shock still functions the same way in later Mario Kart games as it does here in Mario Kart 64. Just some nuances change between titles. Still just as annoying no matter what version you're playing. I will give credit to the latest Mario Kart at the time of recording this said entry. Mario Kart World's version of the lightning bolt item, it works very differently to a point where it does not hit people behind you anymore. So in Mario Kart World, someone can use the shock, say in 12th place, but if you're in 13th place, you don't get affected by it. You will stay big and keep your items, while people in 11th and higher, they will lose their items and shrink down. But you don't stay small for terribly long in Mario Kart World, so you can recover pretty quick from the shock. The biggest problem with that said item in Mario Kart World is that you drop your items. That's the worst thing to deal with, but being small and having a speed deficit is not as big of a deal in Mario Kart World compared to the other Mario Kart entries, which is something I find pretty interesting. But at this point, we're pretty much at the end of the race. I see the CPU's right on my tail. It's Luigi and Bowser specifically. So I'm going to hold these banana peels and try to place them here and there so I can at least stop Luigi. It looks like he's got a mushroom. So at this point, if I can aim this just right, come on! Oh! And how long does that mushroom last, sir? Holy crap, he was using nitro for too long. I swear, that might as well have been a star. Said it in the first video when we did the mirror mode stuff, but I will reiterate in this one. The AI cheats in Mario Kart 64, and it's very obvious when you saw Luigi boosting forever. We still have the lead over Luigi for now though, but it's only by 3 points, so we're gonna have to be careful going to our next race. Keep an eye on Luigi. Here we go, our next race here at Choco Mountain. Luigi gets the start first, so I'm gonna try to stay away from him. Immediately try to pull over to the right, and I get the starting boost, so that gets me out of there right away. What's nice about Toad is that anytime I get hit, I can get back up to top speed pretty fast, as Toad's acceleration is pretty good. And Toad's considered one of the best characters in the game, alongside of both Yoshi and Peach. Their stats are just some of the best in Mario Kart 64. So if you're ever seeing people play Mario Kart 64, chances are you're going to see one of those said 3 characters picked, because they're just flat out the best characters in this game. Heavyweight characters like Bowser, Donkey Kong, and Wario don't really see picked terribly often, because they are fast, but the problem with those said characters is that their acceleration stat is pretty low. So if you ever get hit as Wario, Donkey Kong, or Bowser, it takes a long time to get your top speed back up, which is really bad in a multiplayer environment when you're getting hit with things left and right. So this is where having a higher acceleration stat makes a bigger difference. Hence why more people will pick characters like Yoshi, Toad, and Peach that have the higher acceleration stat for multiplayer compared to characters like Bowser, Wario, and Donkey Kong for their speed stat. They're better for things like time trials where you don't have to worry about getting hit left and right. Bowser's kind of far ahead right now. Unfortunately, I have a fake item box. It's my next item. That's not going to help at all. Maybe the shock will slow him down. Though that's the only thing we can hope for. I need to get a better item right here, though. Yeah, it's just green shell. Oh my god, where did that come from? A ricochet of the century. I do hear someone behind me. I don't know where, but it seems I got the shot. That was a good back shot. Let's grab another item. Hopefully something good. That's just not green shell. Man, I'm getting nothing but greens. And I saw Yoshi driving on the wall. He's just screwed. GG's to Yoshi. Getting 8th place. Speaking of placements, it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to catch up to Bowser. We need a blow shell, which at this point doesn't seem to be happening. So we're going to be getting second place here, but that's fine. It's not Luigi getting first, so this is fine on the leaderboard. But now we need to be concerned of Bowser because he was in third place earlier. This is going to probably shoot him up to second place on the leaderboard overall. So he'll be the one we got to worry about now, not Luigi. Speaking of, he got 7th place, so he didn't do nearly as good in this race. And Yoshi's still on that wall. They'll say Yoshi never left Choco Mountain to this day. Overall standings right now is Toad at first place, Bowser in second, but the gap between first and second is pretty big. So I do believe as long as we come in the top 4, we are guaranteed to win this Grand Prix. But we're going to still shoot to the top placements as best we can. So let's go into our final race here of the Flower Cup, which is in Mario's Raceway. Get that boost and get out of here. And I missed the first item set. Okay, that's bad. I hope they're not gonna throw shells at me. Please don't be showing any shells. Just no reds. Thank you. Now I can get an item and have protection. Can't be protected from the lightning though. That's not gonna help. CPUs, I swear. They all love that shock so much. I'm gonna throw 2 greens back. Hopefully it hits someone. Doesn't seem like it hit anyone. Was that 2 shocks in a row? Like literally back to back? Why? Everyone's small. Why? We didn't need 2 of those. How are the CPUs pulling the same item twice? That is insane. That never happens. If 1 shock is in play, you can't pull another one. So how the AI pulls multiple shocks is beyond me. Their code in this game is extremely aggressive. It is just unbearable at times. I'm gonna lay some traps here. I don't know if the CPU is gonna hit any of those bananas, but hopefully they do. And Toad just had a victory cry twice, so that did actually work. We did hit 2 CPUs. Oh, I heard 2 more victory cries, so I hit 2 more, so that's a total of 4. There's another one, so that's 5. Those bananas were in some really good spots. Was that 2 lightnings again? Oh, sure enough, everyone's small. What about these shocks being used back to back like that? Like 2 people are getting them and using them the moment they pull them from the item box. That is actually insane. Red shell, it's not gonna do anything. I'll just hold this for the rest of the race as I have protection for the very end. And that is it. Good time in the past that finish line. Was not expecting another shock, but at this point, I shouldn't be surprised. We got ourselves first place in this race, guaranteeing that gold trophy. Luigi made up for that Choco Mountain race as he got himself second place. Actually pretty close to us near the end too. The overall standings for the very end of our Flower Cup here is Toad coming in first place with a total of 30 points, Luigi in second place with 18 points, Bowser in third with 14 points, and Mario taking fourth place with a total of 7 points. Poor Mario couldn't win on his own raceway. Maybe next time. Now, if you watched up to this point of the said series, we've had a total of 3 crashes. 2 of those said crashes for this version of Mario Kart happened here in the results screen. Can we make it through one of these results screens without getting a crash? That would be preferred. Give me that said trophy before the game decides to stop. We really don't want to see a crash. Fingers crossed, if Toad gets his victory speech out, we are in the clear. Either way, we still get this trophy at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter if we get the trophy or not to get through this results screen. We get it either way. Toad did it! He completed the Grand Prix without a crash. It's a miracle. He didn't have nearly as many lightning strikes as Donkey Kong. So I would say this Flower Cup run, while Toad didn't take nearly as many first place, it did actually feel like a better cup overall. So I'm happy with this Flower Cup performance. But that is our second cup completed here in the mirror mode playthrough of Mario Kart 64. That's 2 down, 2 more to go. We'll be tackling our next cup here in the extra mode in the next episode. Next time on Mario Kart 64, we'll make our way through our next cup here in Mirror Mode, which is going to be the Star Cup. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.